of vanilla-ness to it. So,
looks like we are underway. And we have a divergence right from the start.
Yep, this seems to always happen.
But
Quake at Sanctuary,
it looks like
20 rupees.
Mikan is following right behind Orphis.
Yeah.
Going to Link's house. I don't know if they'll be going the same direction or not, but we'll see. Orphis is heading over to the Lake Hylia area, while Mikan is heading west. So, like you do.
Always with the route diversion.
So Orphis has found the dam. Extremely important.
Yeah.
Because that's your ticket into whatever the Swamp Palace... Or, no, actual Swamp Palace
is. Whatever Swamp Palace is, yeah. And whatever is the item over in the water in the dam.
Correct.
But so far, only one item drop, which may not even be a required item, but still nice to have.
The odds of Quake being required are significantly smaller
yes.
full rando than normal rando.
Very, very small.
Normal rando, the odds of Quake being required are 5 out of 9.
Oh.
Because the odds that you hit 2/3 chance twice in a row is 4 out of 9, so it's the opposite.
Right. Gotcha.
So come for the commentary, stay for the mathematical analysis. That's what you're here for. Now, there are the flippers found in the Lost Woods Thief Hut, which in this case is at the escape, if I recall correctly. Yes.
Now, I think Orphis made an interesting decision just jumping right down there. Could have been jumping right into Ganon, but, you know, it worked out for him.
It's a 1 out of 8 chance.
Yeah.
So you've... I think when it's 1 out of 8, it might be worth it.
Oh, and we just found the front of Desert Palace.
Worst case, you save and quit, you're back at the house, whatever.
I didn't see where Orphis just walked into Desert Palace from, though. I think he was in Hyrule Castle area, so...
Oh, it was the front door of Hyrule Castle.
That's what I thought.
That is true. It is... Misery Mire and Turtle Rock aren't always required in full rando, so...
True.
Yeah. That was a gross overestimate, overestimate, and I should be ashamed of myself from a statistician's point of view.
At least you're trying to work the numbers. I wouldn't even be able to attempt to. And we have the blacksmiths not too far from their original home. Could be an easy drop-off.
There's a bottle in the woods, sitting where the mushroom normally is. So if we find Sick Kid, then we are in business. I think
Mikan might have already found... I could have sworn I saw Sick Kid just a moment ago, but maybe I'm just imagining things. I thought I saw one of them see Sick Kid, but then just walk out.
No, he's not seasick. He's not on a boat.
Seasick. Nice. Yeah, Mikan did find Sick Kid a moment ago.
Though in full rando, he could be on a boat, for all I know. I mean, we'd have to have a boat. But, ooh, there's the fire rod in the Vanilla Lumberjack
Vanilla Lumberjacks, oh my goodness.
So, it is very likely that Aga 1 will be required for this seed to happen. If we get a map check, we might be able to tell that. But, well, I mean, the logic will require you to have Fire Rod to do Ganon's Tower, won't it?
I don't think so. Only if the big key is right side. You can get through all of the rest of the tower without the Fire Rod. So we really need either getting into Skull Woods Mothula would need to be required because you need Fire Rod to get through there.
Right.
And
Turtle Rock.
Turtle Rock could possibly not have it, but most likely yes.
Well, to kill Trinex.
Oh, that's true. Of course. What am I talking? Yeah, I was thinking of the dungeon layouts. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then possibly if we've got right side big key, I guess the compass room in Ganon's tower.
And then of course if we never find Bombos, Ice Palace.
Yes. We've got
Mikan finds the hype cave, but doesn't have any bombs.
No bombs.
But I believe somebody found the rat hut. So.
Oh, we've got Ganon in Kakariko Well.
Yep. So Ganon is as far west as he possibly can be.
Hiding right under the town.
And Orphis has found Eastern Palace.
Oh, and Mikan's about to find it as well.
Yep. And Misery Myers on the left-hand side.
Nice, okay.
So, we got a couple dungeons already.
And it sounds like Eastern is a crystal. Was Meyer the pendant music, I think I heard a second ago?
I didn't hear any pizzicato strings, so I think I think you're right. So yeah. For those of us who don't know, the way full entrance randomizer works is it will randomize every entrance with some restrictions. So all the entrances that are like a 2-entrance cave, all of those places are on their own map. And so those will get shuffled together with the dungeons. Everything else that's like a 1-entrance cave, like Hype Cave that Orphis just went in, and some other places, those are going to be their own set of shuffles. And then, of course, the areas with holes that you fall into, those are their own set of shuffles. So it's not like every entrance is completely randomized all the way.
And the beginning of Skullwoods is only shuffled with itself. Which one, the back of Skullwoods, which group is that shuffled into?
That is group 2 with the 2 entrances and the dungeons.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess this is technically not pizzicato. You're correct. I don't know why I keep thinking of that. It is very staccato there. So.
Is everyone here today just a statistician and musician? I don't know any of these things.
Well, yes. This is the make Dr. Bob Tastic earn his PhD day.
We're putting you to the test. Mikan's doing a death warp out of there.
PhD day, by the way, is when the Allied assault on academia happened.
Oh my god. Wow. Oh boy.
Yep.
I think it's just silence. Just slow clap, anyone?
There's a sick kid, just has 20 rupees.
Ah.
Well,
and we found Sanctuary. Still no bombs, though, so there's a drop down there with some items, but Mikan is still lacking in bombs.
Just the chat's reaction to this is killing
yeah,
me.
They're just loving that pun.
Okay. Oh, it's gonna get worse from here, guys. It will.
Boy.
I promise.
Boy.
I believe Orphis got Sick Kid. I saw it happen. He picked up 20 rupees from Sick Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. He picked that up before he went to bomb the corner.
Mikan seeing his fire rod.
Yep, we have no idea where Aghahnim's tower is. No clue. But if I were a betting man, I'd put money on it being in Death Mountain somewhere, because that's where things always are.
Yeah. Although we've seen a lot of dungeons just in Kakariko today.
Yep. There are two in Kakariko Village. There are 2 locations that can be dungeons, and just south at the race game, you can also have 2 more. For some reason, I don't consider the race game to be part of it. Just because the music is different.
Fair. So we had Mire Hut at Lumberjacks, but nothing there. Some rupees and increased bomb capacity.
Replace the item fanfare with pedestal fanfare for all chests. So you just want to artificially inflate everybody's time by about 20 minutes?
Sure, why not?
All right, we found Kakariko Well.
Nice. In the fairy drop-down.
Yep. Place where you normally never go. Now, it's beautiful.
Ooh, Moon
There's
Pearl.
Moon Pearl.
Nice, nice.
And then a cache of explosives.
There's all those bombs Mikan wanted earlier.
Yep. Well, it's like Dark Magician's hideaway or something. I don't know. Speaking of dark, Orphis found a dark room.
Yep. I don't recall if either of them went back to Hype Cave. Did we see them? Did Orphis go and open those?
I mean, Orphis had bombs when he went there.
Oh, did he?
So it was Mikan who did.
Oh, okay.
And there wasn't a whole lot of much in there.
It was, yes, it was an unhyped cave.
It was the opposite of hype. It was
we're going to see
hype.
The escape drop here.
Yep. Meanwhile, Orphis is actually going into Eastern Palace. Now,
that one mouse stopped right in front of the opening.
It's just like
bombs in a heartbeat. He just stood there waiting for it to move, and what did it do? It ran right into him.
So I tend to agree with the idea of going into Eastern Palace like this when you find it.
Yeah.
It is a crystal, so that helps, and also it's a place where you know there are chests you can look at.
Mm-hmm.
In Entrance Rando, it's particularly useful because you don't necessarily know where any of the other things are.
Yeah.
So this is a guaranteed. You could find at least 2 of the items in here.
Mm-hmm.
There's the compass, which is going to make it less likely. So now Mikan's going to clean out Hype Cave. Going to get the Cave of Disappointment.
Womp womp. Money and what was that, 1 heart piece? Still not even at 4 hearts yet, actually, now that I think about it. We've only we saw a heart container at the end of the race game, but who knows how to even get there in this particular scene.
In from the dark world, probably.
That's what I always hope for, because that's always fun to see.
Yeah. All right, so now Orphis has found both the compass and the map, so now we can say that unless he finds the bow, we will not be seeing the second or the third item in this dungeon.
Yeah, although looks like Orphis is going to go for the dark room, which Mikan did not, so we will see what's normally the big key chest. Assuming he doesn't get killed on the way. He does only have 3 hearts.
Right. This is a pretty simple dark room, and most people can clear it without taking too much damage.
Yeah.
and using the boomerang.
He's using the boomerang to very good effect.
He can use it to both detect his own position and fend off any would-be attackers.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that the Stalfos are not stunned by it, but he did seem to work out fine. He knocked them into corners effectively and didn't. I think he got hit maybe once. And I think that was actually by an anti-fairy, so.
Now. Oh. That's.
Oh, we have a sword.
Nice, we got a sword. That was a particularly ballsy move. Doing the damage boost to get the switch on.
Yeah.
With that few hearts. I still have yet to figure out how to get that one done with taking minimal damage.
I can sometimes manage to only get the one hit and then you somehow get the switch, but usually it's at least 2 hits for me.
Alright, so Mikan has exited Desert Palace and landed in Death Mountain, which brought him into
Hyrule Castle.
Nice. That's how this works. This is entrance shuffle. Interestingly enough, not opting to go check the 3 chests that are in there.
Yeah, I think he's imagining maybe one of these entrances will lead him to a quick item, maybe a quick sword, or Ice Palace. Probably not what he was hoping to see necessarily, but hey, he's got it.
Something tells me Ice Palace is not on his priority list at the moment.
No. It does make that fire rod all the more desirable. I didn't hear what the music was, but it's okay. Ack on track. He's got it. It was a crystal.
It was a crystal. Yes. Them strings.
And we've got Swamp.
Swamp Palace, also a crystal.
Yeah. And now Mikan didn't enter the dam. Orphis has. It was near Link's house, just at Lake Hylia.
Correct. It was the shop there. So I've decided, in my infinite wisdom, because I have that, that Death Mountain for entrance shuffle has to be renamed Dungeon Mountain.
Right, of course.
That's the way it works, right?
I think so, yeah. And then you also rename dungeons based on where they are, such as Hyrule Castle at Thieves Town yesterday became Steve's Castle.
Nice.
Oh, and we've got Aga.
There's Aga 1's tower, which, you know, someone might be incentivized to do at some point.
Yep.
Perhaps not at this very moment when you have a heart and a half and, for Mikan, no sword.
Yeah, definitely not under these conditions.
I mean, you can't even finish it with no sword.
It's true, yeah. Or
you gotta slash the silly curtains.
Right, that's true. Yeah, you do need to slash the curtains. I'm here thinking of swordless, where you could if you have the bug net, but yeah, right. You do need a sword in this.
Looks like Orphis has found the hammer inside the mini Moldorm cave, which is in the Light World counterpart of Hype Cave.
Yeah, the normally useless cave.
I think it's less than useless. Doesn't he take your money if you go in there?
Yeah, I think he's in vanilla. He's like he gives you a hint, but then in rando that just means he takes your money and says some stuff in Japanese, which I'm assuming is also a hint, but I don't know. I don't know how to read it. So
I mean, I think it's actually one of the guys from the from the original Zelda where they're like, pay me for fixing the door.
Oh no, it's a great fairy apparently in vanilla. Okay. That one.
I know there's a guy in this one who tells you to pay him for fixing the door. I know it's there.
Oh, we've got a spiral cave with half a heart, no sword, and no boots.
Good luck with that.
Probably not gonna. I think he wrote that down just because he's not gonna do it right now. That's for sure.
So Agahnim has moved out of his cave and somebody redecorated it.
Oh, bow on the desert ledge. That's nice.
Bow is on the desert ledge. Very nice.
And a fairy for Mikan to refill that. We no longer have that beeping happening.
So we can hit bomb shop in the spike cave.
Yeah.
How do you even get the bomb to the...
I think under these conditions, it just means that we don't have to think about that at all. Because I don't think it's possible. Oh, maybe...
Can you flute with it?
Is there a ledge there if you mirror? You'd have to mirror and flute.
There is a ledge.
Okay. Yeah, so you mirror and flute. Oh... Or save and quit? Can you save and quit with the bomb? I don't think you can save and quit with the bomb.
But, yeah, the logic makes it, unless you put it in, you know, just goal reachable mode, it makes it where every item has to be reachable. So, yeah. So Mikan's going to go over to the lake area, and it's going to find the dam pretty shortly. Meanwhile, Orphis checking out the hobo. Who gives him his last life savings and will now starve to death. Thank you, Orphis. I would say Orphis probably has a significant lead at this point. Not a huge one, but he's got, you know, items that Mikan doesn't have.
Yeah, it's interesting though with that bow on the ledge. We're kind of just looking at how do you even get there at this point. We don't know what else is completable yet.
Now it looks like Orphis is heading over to the Light World Shopping Mall. Today's trip to the Light World Shopping Mall is of course brought to you by Cold Stare Creamery.
Nice.
Each serving comes with 400 calories and 4 hearts of damage.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Strange place for that house, sure.
The bed and breakfast over there.
The bed and breakfast, nice. I guess that makes sense. That could be in a shopping mall.
Agah's cave. Agahna. So Agahnim decided he needed a little more security. He locked himself up behind a bombable wall. Unfortunately, it seems like explosives are just, you know, for sale everywhere in Hyrule. Ooh, he's got the mirror.
Nice. Right, and no glove, so we can't see our third entrance here.
Yes, unfortunately. So we may have to take another trip to the Light World Shopping Mall. Mikan is going inside the dam. It's just the Dark World Sanctuary, but still. And then Orphis finds a place where there are fairies. That is the technical name of that room.
That's the place where there are fairies. Yeah, it's different from the other places where there are fairies. So it's the place where there are fairies. And just a shop in the waterfall. Interesting location for a business. Yeah,
it seems like a sketchy business plan. A little bit. So now Orphis heading up to Zora has just enough to pay for it. And we will see what the prize is there today.
Just a heart piece on the ledge, so probably won't grab that, although they are still very low on hearts at this point.
Yeah. It's not a particularly healthy seed.
No.
And while you do have a significant amount of rupees, it's not like it's an embarrassment.
Yeah. Bombos from Zora.
Interesting. So, you know, if Orphis wanted to, he could go up to Ice Palace.
With regular magic. Oh, he did grab the heart piece. With regular magic and bombos. Oh boy. I mean, that's not horrible. Not the worst.
Green mail. 4 hearts. I think it actually is the worst.
It might be the worst.
So Tower of Hera is a crystal, according to the map check that happened.
Okay.
Or by that I mean, according to Amazing Ampharos in the chat, who informed me that that was a crystal.
Bombable Hut just gives us 20 rupees, I think that was. And I'm sure right now a glove drop would be something they want to see. Oh, we have the exit to the race game, which Mikan is going to do to get that heart container, which I agree. Understandable.
I don't want to go anywhere with 4 hearts.
You have 4 hearts? Might as well.
Now he can survive a trip to Cold Stare Creamery. Sorry. I'd been sitting on that one for a couple of days. Not gonna lie.
But yeah, as I was saying, I think a glove drop would definitely be much desired right now. Get that Dark World access. Although Mikan's still probably just mostly hoping for a sword.
Yep. So Mikan's gonna go down into the dungeon of Hyrule Castle, heading towards Zelda's chest. There are 3 chests along the way. It is a pretty good call, I think.
Oh, and we have G Tower.
Oh!
I didn't see where he went in there.
Eastern.
Oh, yes, of course, that's where he was going. I pay attention. Eastern.
Yeah, I didn't actually see him go in, but I remember where he was. I was like, yeah.
Oh, big key on the ledge.
Big key is boots locked. So boots 100% required. I mean, they were already required because the big key for desert was on a torch as well. But yeah, this is interesting.
So Orphis is thinking, what can I do? Oh, he's taking a death warp.
Yeah. It might not be a death warp so much as like a death refill. Because I mean, he had the mirror. He could have just got out.
That's true. Oh, and there's the glove
in Zelda's chest.
We got the power glove.
I mean, that just tells you the importance of digging around in other people's chests. Just gonna let that one stay there.
Yep. Yep.
And just like that, I think Mikan has sort of gotten a little bit of an advantage. But it looks like Orphis is about to follow him. Orphis is heading through Desert Palace. I think Mikan's now going to try out Spiral Cave No? Okay, he's going past.
Oh, he's gonna see what Tower of Hera leads us to.
Okay.
Oh, and I suppose I don't know if we've been at the top part of Eastern Death Mountain yet, but he can also get there from here.
He absolutely can.
Thanks to that handy dandy hammer. Oh, and Tower of Hera is Tower of Hera.
Is Tower of Hera. Excellent.
And you know, coming in here, may not have a sword, but with a hammer, he's pretty set up to just get her done.
Yep. It's a little bit risky on Moldorm because you don't get the security of holding that sword out.
No.
But you do what you do. And of course, Moldorm will go down in 3 hits of the hammer. So, pretty good.
Well, I suppose it might not have been completable had the big key been in the basement, but otherwise...
Correct.
But that was not the case, so we're good to go.
I mean, he does know where, Not only would he need to kill Agahnim, he would also need the boots, which he doesn't have.
Yeah.
Mikan opting for the
also,
way to reach that big chest.
See where Orphis picked up another sword, but he now has Master Sword.
He does. I saw it. It's slipping my mind at the moment.
Oh, it was somewhere in GT. I guess one of those first 2 chests. He only checked the 3 spots, yeah. And we've got powder from Tower of Hera.
Oh.
And a heart piece.
I love me some powder. That came out wrong.
Oh boy. Oh boy. The doctor is in.
Is it Dr. Feelgood? Is that what's going on?
No, it's Dr. Bobtastic.
Yeah. Yes. In all fairness, the powder is actually my favorite item in the game.
Oh,
close.
Fair. I mean, it is very useful.
Yeah. It might be because I'm just bad and I need lots of fairies. But there is that. Alright, so now Mikan heading over to the east side of Death Mountain. There are a couple of entrances, or like 3 entrances he can get to that he wasn't able to before.
Yep.
Because of this. There's the one on top, and then there are the 2 you can drop down
Yeah.
to.
Granted, without being able to loop back up, that isn't the most convenient route. There's the back end of Spiral Cave.
Alright. So, yes, you jump there.
Picking that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, he's already seen the other book.
We have the book.
So how do you get there? Because you need the normal,
route.
Spectacle Rock entrance for that.
He's thinking, do I check this entrance? Do I try to get back up to the top?
Can I try some non-existent bomb jump? There's Old Man.
Okay. This also has another exit, so he's got to think, where is he going to check?
So the rest of the entrances on this side, he has already seen.
Yes. And one of them was... Wait, where did we see the entrance to Spiral Cave?
It was on the left side, jumping down.
Oh, okay.
On the left side cave. It was on the west side of Death Mountain. No actual guarantee that book will get you to Bow.
Yeah, not in this case.
The entrance there at Desert could lead somewhere else entirely.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He has
absolutely will get you to Bow. And Mirror. But we have Mirror.
Yeah, you either need to go from the Dark World or just need to find one of those two normally Desert Palace entrances. Just need to find the other side of them. And that will lead us to the
Mikan is trying desperately to hammer a mini Moldorm, and that mini Moldorm is not cooperating.
Yeah, it's not a fun thing to try and do.
Okay, so answer me this, because I'm going to sound ignorant right now. You ready?
Okay.
So, when you hold out the sword, like you have a sword, you hold it out, the hammer's range becomes that of the sword if you use it, right?
Oh, I have no idea. Does it? I've not heard that before.
I think that's why people hold out the sword on Helmasaur King, because it makes it easier to hit his face.
Interesting.
I was playing the easy mode Triforce Hunt seed earlier, and I, for the longest time, didn't have the sword, which is weird for easy mode, but I did have the hammer, and so I was like, what if I just tried the trick where I held out the sword and used the hammer, and for some reason it just seemed easier to hit things.
Interesting. I don't know.
I don't know if that trick works when you don't have a sword. But maybe it does. I don't know.
See, the sword thing with Helmasaur, I just assumed was because when you normally hammer Helmasaur, he knocks you back pretty significantly and you get turned around. You end up sort of facing the other way. And I've noticed that the knockback feels a little bit shorter if you're just holding the sword. And you can get a lot of quick hits in if he runs at you and he's like hitting off of your sword.
Yeah.
Because you don't get turned around and have to reposition yourself or anything. But it could be because of what you're saying. And apparently whatever it is does work.
It does work without the sword.
Yeah.
Excellent. Apparently. I felt like that, but I wasn't exactly sure, so I wanted to make sure. Yeah,
that's good to know.
The reason that people wouldn't hold out the sword there is because it reduces lag and is therefore a little faster. Because of the little sparkles you get from holding out the sword. Yeah.
And I didn't even think about how we also have a few entrances glove locked, which usually isn't something you think of, but an entrance shuffle can be important. So just a shop there, though.
Looks like Mikan is kind of trying to kind of clean out the light world entrances before heading into the dark world, because we do have access to it.
He still doesn't have any swords.
So one of the most painful positions I find as a complete scrublord who tries to play this game is having the hammer, the glove, and the moon pearl, but not the lamp.
Right. Yeah.
Having the mirror makes it a little easier on you, because then you have more places to check, but I'm still bad at the dark rooms, so I need
Same, but we've seen a lot of darkroom navigation in this tournament, so I'm sure I have confidence we might see a few more. Although, to be fair, Mikan didn't go through dark rooms and get that sword, so maybe he's also hoping for that lamp drop.
Yeah. Yeah, there is one sword that is definitely accessible without a dark room, and that's the one that's over in Ganon's Tower, which is in Eastern Palace. So the logic can expect them to have one sword at least right now.
Right.
Which means it could be that the next move it's thinking is go kill Aga 1. I mean, the logic doesn't think.
Well, yeah. We know what you meant. We know it.
Now, the people who code the logic, they definitely think.
Yes. I'm trying.
Oh yeah, you're right. You do need lamp for Aga 1. I forgot about that.
Oh, that's true. There are a lot of dark rooms.
You do not want to do Aga 1 without the lamp. It is a nightmare.
I'm just trying to figure out where Mikan is headed.
The fighter sword will still reflect the beams.
Yes, yeah. The fighter sword will still reflect sword beams.
And the tower itself is in the old man cave, so you don't actually need the master sword to get in. So Orphis found a sword in the one room that's accessible in Ganon's tower, which is in Eastern Palace, and then he found the other sword in Eastern Palace behind the Dark Room.
Yeah.
Which is not in Eastern Palace. In fact, it's in Kakariko Village. It's in the old lady's house on the right-hand side.
Oh, I think Mikan is going to check that one drop down he didn't check before, or not. I don't know where he's going, but I'm sure we'll see soon.
Yeah, I don't think there is a drop down he hasn't checked.
I think he only did the middle one, which he's about to go back in and realize he did.
The left one is where he got into the Death Mountain to begin with.
Oh, right, that's where he came. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, I think he's trying to figure out how we can get to that book.
Yeah, so there is an exit out of here, so he can attempt to see what's there.
Can you powder mini Moldorms?
I don't know.
I kind of want to find out, but we're not going to.
I think Mikan's trying to do some science. Hey, look at that!
Oh, he's got his bow.
Desert ledge. Nice. Who needs a book when you've got, interdimensional travel?
Yeah. That was a great find, and we've got an entrance to check, and it will lead to another
brother's cave. The brother's house, not cave. I mean, this is a little bit better looking than a cave. I think they've upgraded the decor.
It leads to the useless Desert Palace entrance. Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh, there we go. Well, Orphis has found Swamp Palace and has the flippers.
Yeah, he was here before
for a bit.
Yeah, or maybe he wasn't here before. I don't know.
Well, I know Orphis was there without pulling dam.
Mikan was there without pulling dam. So I don't actually know which one of them. If Orphis also was in the area, right. But either way, it's a lot of items he could check right now. But I think he's gonna opt for some other.
The only thing he couldn't check in Swamp Palace is the back end.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the
and possibly the big chest if the key is back there.
Right. Ice. Yeah, ice is logically possible to finish, assuming like there's a key in the first chest and some other stuff. Otherwise, you're going to need the hook shot according to logic.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, I like to do a spike cave check. Just to see if they have the new requirements for spike cave yet. Which are either the Cane of Brian or the Cape, and either a bottle or half magic.
Oh, Mikan is about to get his sword as well.
Orphis is doing another dark room. It's the one in the basement of Hyrule Castle. It's a little tricky, but it's doable. The real tricky part is killing the rat to get the key, and just finding the chest.
Yeah. I can't do that one at all yet.
I did it once. Just kind of winged it. There we go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mikan is opting to kill everything, do the vanilla grab for this chest.
So I'm not the only one.
Get his sword.
Like, I can slash things! Things are gonna die.
Just missing powdering that anti-fairy. Now, I don't know, once those anti-fairies are active, can you powder them? Yes. I know you can't powder them when they're hovering around the pot.
When they're active, you can absolutely powder them. Just you can't... not when they're in the pot. It's really sad, because I really want to do that all the time.
It seems odd that you can't
just
either.
Die, please?
It seems odd that you can't either, because in vanilla you wouldn't even have powder, so it's not like... Oh no, I guess you could have grabbed powder before even going there in vanilla. Yeah. Never mind.
Well...
You could, it's just...
No, yeah, you're right. You can absolutely get there. I was like, how would you get to the witches? Oh wait, that's not blocked by anything.
It's not blocked, yeah. Totally open. I'm too...
I was mixing up my worlds there.
I don't even run NMG, and I'm already so used to it now that I'm like, why would you have powder in Eastern?
Yeah. Now, ooh, Mikan showing us how tricky that back dark room can be.
Yeah.
Because it is a little tricky. You've got to kill that Igor and get the key, and then make your way out. And if you don't, you're gonna die.
Mm. It's great if you have the fire rod, but of course we know where that is. When you enter that room, you're standing directly across from a torch. You just have to shoot a couple of fire rod shots, and you have light.
Really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you just have to step in a little bit because you can't shoot it from the door. And then it'll hit some of those little squiggly guys first. So you have to do a few so that it gets through them and then hits the...
Just spam the shot for a bit.
Yeah.
Because you're going to kill Armos in a second anyway. You're going to get your magic back.
Exactly.
But one of my favorite things to use in that room is ether.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Use ether. It freezes the squiggly dudes, and now you know the layout of the room.
Makes sense.
It's like...
Little squiggly guys. Aw.
Squiggly guys is the technical term for those, I'm pretty sure. And by that I mean it's not, but looks like both guys are about to head about the same direction now. Mikan just made his way into the Dark World, and Orphis seems to be heading the same way. Mikan's gonna head over to... I was gonna say the Sea House, but no, he's not doing that. He's going to the Fortune Teller.
Yeah.
So many more places to check in Entrance Randomizer.
So many more.
And Mikan's just gonna take the North Dark World tour. Having the mirror, you can get a few extra things up here.
Yeah. And you get the valuable information of what is up here and how am I going to get it, and it's silvers.
The silvers. That seems pretty good. Now, of course, you do not know necessarily where that exit is.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is a cave with 2 exits, but I think this is one way.
Yeah, it's a one-way trip.
No, you can go back the direction.
No, all of the pits above this room, I think, drop you back down to this room.
So apparently, according to VLT 10, I'm winning right now. I don't know why.
Didn't you know that you're racing right now? It was me. It was me yesterday. Someone told me to update my tracker, and I was like, I'm not racing or tracking, but sure. Yes, pretend that I'm doing all 3 at the same time. I'm just that good.
I mean, that'd be pretty great. All right, so Dark World Hype Cave is not its original thing. Not even close.
Not very hype at all. Granted, actual Hype Cave also wasn't very hype in this seed.
True facts. Though we did find the single arrow, so that's important.
The single arrow is basically go mode, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we didn't find our way out to the silvers, right? That didn't happen.
Not yet,
Oh.
no.
Okay.
The silvers, or the cave, the bumper cave entrance brought you out at Swamp Palace entrance. Mikan finding a bottle of Ecto Cooler.
Do you just have little nicknames for everything?
I've just been picking these up from other people streaming.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough.
Or from other people commentating.
We also missed Orphis grabbing the hookshot, apparently.
Nice.
But Ack on Track, of course, did not miss it because he is a professional and we are silly. But he's got the hookshot, so that's exciting.
And Orphis ended up exiting at the Vanilla Skullwoods entrance there, or back entrance. So we can tell that we won't really need the fire rod to get into that entrance.
Yeah.
That was the top entrance to the quote-unquote Paradox Cave, where you've got 3 exits and no mercy. I don't know where that came from.
I don't know if we know if Skull is a pendant or a crystal. We haven't seen a map checked, and we don't have Orphis's music. But that is one of the things that could require that Aga-blocked fire rod.
So Mikan finding the cave southwest of Haunted Grove in the archery game, and heading over to the digging game.
Oh, just 10 arrows. At least it was a quick digging game.
Yep. Very few digs. Mikan heading back into the light world now. Assuming he's doing that just so he can get back into the dark world north of the Dark Rocks.
Oh, and Amazing Ampharos makes a good point. If Skullwoods is a pendant, then most likely, or I guess, and Turtle Rock. If Turtle Rock and Skullwoods are pendants, then most likely Fire Rod is not required, because we already know where the big key is in G Tower.
True.
I actually have played a Fire Rod optional seed, so that was fun. And I think it was even invalid, like the Fire Rod itself was invalidation chest.
Nice. And so, you know, I would really say if these runners are as professional as I think they are, really the only thing that would make it straight required for them is Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
Because
Skullwoods, you do need it to. There's a room.
Well, yeah, you need it to light those torches, but you can get there with a bomb jump and the lamp. So,
interesting. Okay.
And it's not actually a difficult bomb jump. It's basically like the one to the big chest in Tower of Hera. It's pretty simple.
Oh, okay.
Ooh!
Oh.
We
Thieves
have found Blind's Hut, which is going to be quite a display. We got 5 chests in here. Let's see what we come up with. We got bombs. We got
Green Rupee.
Ice Rod. And the
flute! Oh my goodness. Okay, so normally when a runner is about to open 5 chests and I say it's going to be good, it's nothing. They get nothing. But apparently, you have the opposite of the commentator's curse. You have the commentator's blessing, my friend.
I used a very neutral phrase. I said it will be quite a display.
Right, so it could be a bad display, is what you. Yeah, gotcha.
That is correct.
It's vague enough.
I I don't put my money where my mouth is, or my mouth where my money is.
Reasonable.
Who wants soggy money?
True, true. I'm Canadian. Our money's waterproof now.
Oh, nice. It's impressive. Ooh. Mikan mirror bonking in the town square. I've done that a few times. Hey, there's a lamp in Ganon's tower.
Silly Willy, not only is it waterproof, it's multicolored. It has little things in it that if you hold it up to light beams, it like projects little symbols.
Yeah. And I'm told it doubles as very good game pieces for Monopoly. I'm messing with you.
Maybe if you want to risk actually betting on Monopoly, which I don't think I'm willing to take that risk.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either because my brother always just like, he gets tired of the game like 30 minutes in and he's like, I'm just gonna give all my stuff to this person, and they just win. So it's not really a game at that point. But if you play with any of the like optional house rules of Monopoly, you're doing it wrong because it makes the game so much worse.
I don't think G Tower has given us much yet, but I like Orphis' decision to go and take a look through.
I mean, yes, maple syrup is in fact accepted as a secondary form of currency in Canada, right?
Yep, Greyleaf would know. He is also Canadian.
Orphis is also picking up the magic cape.
Not bad, not bad.
I agree
necessarily
here.
the. Oh,
sorry.
It's okay. You technically already lost. Yeah, fair, fair.
Okay.
Silly Willy, there are many desserts and alcoholic beverages that have gold flakes in them, actually. So you can eat gold these days. But we should probably try to stay on topic for at least a few minutes.
I wouldn't recommend doing too much of that. You're going to get heavy metal poisoning. Too much gold in your system will do the same thing that too much lead in your system will do to you.
Yeah.
That is kill you.
They're also very expensive, so, you know. We're gonna get a bowless Ice Armos from Orphis, because he still hasn't gotten that bow.
Yeah. So that is a pretty significant advantage over there that Mikan has, having the bow.
Mm-hmm.
However...
but it does seem he's
all these new things in Ganon's tower.
Yeah.
All these toys to play with. Also, you know, sword beams in this case, I actually like them.
Yeah.
There are times I don't like sword beams. I like sword beams for arrowless Armos. Look, I'm pretty sure that Bob was already a fairy inside. It's not something you can, like, you can change. It's something you're born
tempered. With. Still not the progression items that I'm sure Orphis wants, but tempered isn't a horrible thing to have picked up just now.
Mm-hmm. Bacon sword, as some people call it.
And yes, Silly Willy, if I'm not here to I don't know why they want. What else would we talk about? Other than, you know, the game itself.
Oh boy. Okay. Something, Zelda, something. Yeah. Seems good. Alrighty. So Orphis is now heading into Agahnim's tower.
Where did he pick up that lamp? Was that in G Tower?
Yeah, it was. It was.
While I was talking about maple syrup money?
It was in the Stolfos room.
Okay, great.
I mentioned it.
Okay, cool. At least as long as one of us did.
I thought you heard me, but I guess I'm not as forceful as I should be.
As long as one of us mentioned it, then at least we won't both get fired.
Yeah. I'm in more danger of being fired from my actual job for doing this. I might be doing this from the office.
Oh my goodness.
But it's my office hours, so and you know, doing the professor thing, and nobody tells me what I have to do.
There you go.
Alright, so Orphis getting that key. There are too many times, and I have to berate myself. Too many times I forget that I have to kill that one guard with the bow to get the silly key on the way up. I'm just like, oh.
And Ak is making a very good point in chat. It does seem pretty likely that Swamp Palace has some progression for us at this point.
Oh yeah.
Just so many potential item drops and
grand total of 6 possible items in Swamp Palace.
And G Tower not really giving much, despite it also at least in Entrance Shuffle having a lot of potential.
Had the lamp and the tempered sword. So
yeah.
And like the cape. So I'm not gonna give it a complete pass, but I do love me some lamp.
There were 2 sword upgrades in GT, yes, that's true.
Yep.
I'm talking more about specific progression stuff that are going to get them into, or give them the ability to complete more dungeons. Swords are nice, but I have confidence that once either of these runners has Master Sword, they're probably okay in that regard.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to have to do Master Sword Ganon, because, I mean, that's about like a 2-minute time loss.
Yeah. Especially with where the silvers are in this seed. Who knows if you'll end up popping out of that entrance and grabbing those?
You have no idea. This is one of those situations where you're very tempted to do like a bonk clip or something just to get in there, but that's not allowed.
Yeah. I do think the decision to go to Aga 1 instead of... Oh no, but I guess we do know now that Skullwoods is a crystal, so probably do want that fire rod either way.
Yeah, and well, the thing is, the fire rod could still be required for these runners.
Yeah.
But the real issue is they still don't have the boots.
Yeah.
So they can't get to it.
And that's the thing. If the fire rod isn't required, boots might also just not be anywhere. I don't recall.
They need the boots.
The desert had the key on. Oh, right, and G Tower.
So did GT.
Yeah, both keys, right.
The torches are
the torches are holding the keys.
Saturated with big keys. Big keys for days. Can Turtle Rock be at Ice Cave? No, because Ice Cave is considered 2 single entrance caves. And not 1 2 entrance cave. I know it's weird because you can kind of see one from the other, but there's no real way to reach one from the other, so that's how they run it.
Oh, and we've got our book.
Alright, Orphis gonna find the Book of Mudora. Mudora. La 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 la. That's a technical term for what that is. It's like Sahaza Hajajamana. Which means now we can start checking tablets.
Tablets and an entrance. I don't think we've seen the Desert Palace entrance. I don't think they've come out of it.
Someone come. Yes, they have.
The front entrance?
Yes.
We saw the other 3.
I saw Orphis come out of the front entrance.
Okay.
Now, we could also see pedestal check.
That's true. Fingers crossed, everybody.
I don't think.
I doubt it.
Wait, boots on pedestal.
Yeah. Boots would be boots. Boots would be the item.
That sounds like hot garbage.
And Orphis grabbing his bow, and he's about to see the fun layout of the feuding brother's house. Yay!
They decided they would build these real ostentatious heads in the desert somewhere.
Yeah.
These are the property brothers.
And the poor
decided they would...
this poor brother got blocked out. His only way out of his house was to jump off a cliff. But it's okay. Orphis has solved that problem and reopened the passageway. The property brothers. The property brothers. They're Canadian. A friend of mine met one of them once.
Nice. I'm only vaguely aware of the property brothers. I don't know why I brought that up. Alright, so Mikan is heading up to the Chia Pet's house, which turns out to be the Sea House.
Ooh, the Sea House.
And Orphis has found Thieves Town. Turtle Rock is a pendant, and therefore, with some interesting maneuvering, the fire rod may not even need to happen.
Yeah, they could just avoid getting it. Are the property brothers going to be on Dancing with the Stars? Oh my god. Anyway, before I saw that chat message, I was going to say, I imagine after finding so many dungeons with green mail and like 5 hearts, Thieves Town is a very welcome sight, especially after picking up blue mail and more hearts and tempered sword.
Thieves Town is a dungeon that I think most people who run this game get pretty familiar with how to do at a relatively low heart level.
Very low.
I mean, I've managed to pull it off at like 5. I had to get real lucky on blind because I still don't know, like the legit normal strat that makes it the same every time.
Yeah.
I don't think I had the hammer at the time, and I think you need that or something like that.
Yeah, I don't really know the scripted either, but I have gotten very comfortable with very low amount of hearts, green mail.
And then of course there was the time I did it at 3 hearts, but I had the Cane of Brian, so
yeah.
Cane of Brine makes your life infinitely better on that fight.
I didn't see where we went into Thieves Town.
Yeah.
But Orphis was...
Chad is bringing up, this very well could be a caneless seed.
Oh. Yes. Yeah, that seems very likely, actually.
I guess it doesn't have to be cane.
Yeah, it does not. That's gotta be caneless.
Oh boy.
The memes. The memes.
Memes for days. Somebody, when I was doing commentary the first time, started talking about Deckard Cain there, and so I started doing my Deckard Cain impression.
Oh my god, yes.
It's great. If we ever see Cain of Samaria, I will start doing the Deckard Cain impression.
I would very much like to hear this Deckard Cain impression. Specifically, if you could say you have quite a treasure there in that Herodric cube, I would really appreciate that.
I usually say you have quite a treasure there in that Cain of Samaria, but...
Oh, perfect. That works too. We like to have fun here.
Oh, yeah. Ice Palace doesn't need the fire rod if you have the Bombos medallion.
Mm-hmm. You can use Bombos to kill all the things.
Kill the ice guys. Alright, so right now both players making their way through Thieves Town. Is this what we call Steve's Castle? Because it's in Hyrule Castle.
Yes, this would be... Okay. Or, I think it's Steve's Castle if the castle is in the Thieves Town entrance.
Oh, okay.
But I guess this could also be Steve's Castle. Because what would we call this? Hyrule Town?
Hyrule Steve.
I don't know if that quite has the same ring to it.
I think there should be somebody named Hyrule Steve.
There should, well,
the best name.
Well, apparently he has a town and a castle, so apparently there is a Hyrule Steve, and he's doing quite well for himself.
Right. So Orphis making judicious use of the magic cape to avoid taking a lot of damage on blind, and that is perfectly fine. Safety strats are not only allowed, they are encouraged.
I don't think Thieves Town dropped any progression for us, but it is a crystal, so it's still required.
So it dropped progression in air quotes. Because a crystal is progression.
Yeah.
So now Orphis is going to check the right-hand entrance on the top of Hyrule Castle.
Oh!
We're going to find Palace of Darkness.
Palace of Darkness.
Yeah.
Which is a pendant, but still item locations and fully completable.
Yep.
And I think, and green pendant as well, which could have some potential. Have we seen? Have we seen Sriracha yet?
I don't think so.
I don't recall seeing Sahasrarla's hut.
If we, so Pod here has, because it has the green pendant, could be said to have as many items as Swamp Palace.
Hmm.
Because Pod has 5, and then the green pendant would be 6.
Right. Yes, I did say Sriracha's hut.
Yeah. There are always very good names for Sahasrarla.
Yeah, the great sage, Sriracha.
Sriracha, see, Sassafras. I always like that one. I saw
Shahabadoo.
In the seed I just did before this, I saw a great biblical reference of Shibboleth.
Oh, nice. Sirloin.
La Cucaracha.
La Cucaracha.
Sorry, that just slayed me.
So good. Shaka Khan. In Sahasrahla certainly is every woman.
So it looks like because Blind himself dropped the compass and the big chest had the map in it. Looks like if they had kept track of the items, they wouldn't have had to open the big chest.
Yeah.
But with full intro, you've got entrance rando, you got so many things to keep track of anyway. You're just like, I'm not wasting my brain power on that. Mikan making great use of the sword beams. Sword beams are beautiful on Blind.
He is getting a little low. Ooh. Just has to get that one hit in. Oh no, he got it, but he died at the same time. That hurts.
Unfortunate. Mikan's gonna make another run for it, I'm sure.
It was even making the death sound and everything. That sucks.
I know there are a couple of places along the way that aren't too far out of the way where you can pick up a pot and get a heart. So if he wants to be full and use sword beams again, he can do that. He's apparently not, so that also works. But he is going to kill the Stalfos here just to see if he can get it to drop.
Even if one of them had dropped one heart.
Yep. There's a heart in the pot next to the big key door up there.
Oh, okay.
You go a little bit around, but
right.
You can get it.
And I think he's going to pull out the cape strats. Reasonable decision.
Sounds perfectly fine. I turned it on right about now.
Oh, he might just be seeing if he needs it. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah. Considering what happened in the last fight, 3 hearts makes sense as the time to do it.
Yeah. Another thing I do while I'm using the cape is I tend to spam the sword like a crazy man. Because that actually slows it down.
We just got boots in pod.
Found the boots. The boots are in Palace of Darkness, which, is a little bit out of the way for people because it's not a crystal dungeon. Yeah. But it's definitely required. So.
Mikan's grabbing his book.
The only thing that Orphis really needs to find now is the end of Skullwoods and Desert Palace. And should be able to get through there. Yeah. Turtle Rock is in fact a pendant, so...
So Turtle Rock might not be required. It's certainly probably not required to complete. Might be required to at least go into.
Mikan steps into Palace of Darkness, hears the music, and walks out.
Oh boy.
This is gonna be unfortunate for Mikan.
You
know what else we might have on our hands? A Mitless Seed.
Oh, interesting.
Seed, but no Titan's Mitts.
Interesting.
I just see what I did there, and I wasn't even trying for it. I said we might have a Mitless Seed on our hands.
Oh boy. Puns for days, Dr. Bob. Puns for days.
That wasn't even intentional. it just comes naturally, and I don't.
I was gonna say you're just an expert at them now. You're just so good at them that it happens. I
think
happens.
there's like 3 or 4 in my dissertation. Just. Aw, worst right side desert palace ever. Just the worst. So where is Mikan exiting here? Alright. We might see a weird route for the old man. Let's see what happens. Nope, we're coming down. Nope! There we go. He's gonna
walk down the cliff.
Yeah. So yeah, his algorithm is walk right for a bit, and then go directly to the place, no matter where it is. Orphis has basically cleared. Oh.
The entrance. I believe he went to the entrance.
Maybe? I think Mikan did, but I'm not sure if Orphis did. What am I studying? Oh no, I'm done with the studying. I'm actually a professor now of computer science, but nobody wants to hear about that right now. we got Zelda to watch.
I mean, I don't think they wanted to hear about maple syrup and gold flakes either, but you know, we're in charge. Dang it!
Now, if you had maple syrup that was full of gold flakes.
Ooh, fancy.
That would be like the most decadent and awful tasting sweet thing.
I'm sure it exists somewhere. I'm sure someone's done it.
Oh no, I'm not from Canada.
I am.
Basley's from Canada.
Yeah. And I'm not a professor.
But I'm not gonna give away any more personal details than that. In case somebody who employs me finds this stream.
No.
They're like, where is this coming from? They actually probably don't care that much.
That voice sounds familiar. Greyleaf says I'm a professor of love. Okay, let's
pretty much.
let's keep it PG on speed gaming, please. Save that for my stream.
Tempered sword, such a great thing to have. I mean, if you don't have the fire rod,
yeah,
having tempered sword for like spins and stuff on land mullets is pretty good.
Silver's also nice, but again, we've seen those. Don't know if they're gonna try super hard to find those.
Hey, there's the Titan's Mitts.
Oh,
Titan's Mitts on land mullets. Pretty good. Pretty good.
So what have we got now? We've got... Oh, actually, I was going to say we have minor area access. Orphis doesn't have the flute yet, though?
No.
Where did Mikan pick that up?
The flute was in Blind's hut.
Right.
Which was...
Oh, Mikan taking a death in Hyrule Castle Tower. That sucks.
That feels bad.
And right before Agahnim 2, he was just about there.
So that's Orphis picking up the Desert Palace crystal. He's got 4 more left to go, and then he can finish out Ganon's tower. Orphis is going to go ahead and pick up...
Grabbing the fire rod.
Certainly not going to hurt anything. Interestingly enough, Desert Palace and Thieves Town were crystals 5 and 6.
Oh.
So if we wanted to try to mess with the bomb shop, we could. It was in Spike Cave, if I recall correctly. So you kind of need the flute to make it work, I think. Which Orphis does not.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It was, it was up on the Spike Cave location, right?
So you got a mirror and...
Mirror and flute.
The question is, if you were carrying that, so you just flew to 4, right?
Yeah. Oh, especially after having completed Aga, then because then you're just walking and using the Hyrule Castle portal.
So in the Bonk Rocks west of Sanctuary, Orphis has found the Dark World chess game, which contains the 4th sword upgrade.
Nice.
So
Can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah. I mean, it is butter. You don't have to.
I mean, it's the sword, but...
So we got...
the memes.
A couple pieces of heart in the King's Tomb, which turned out to be the double-chested fairy room. Alright, Orphis is now heading into Eastern Palace to finish that off. Shouldn't take too long.
I've never seen someone else do that thing that Mikan's doing right now, and I do it all the time because this fight is so boring, as I was saying yesterday. He is slashing along to the music.
I was like, don't hold me to it, but I think he's actually tossing the boomerang.
Yes, he was slashing at first, and then he started using the boomerang. Yeah, just there we go.
Very nice. At least we all know that Mikan's got rhythm.
I'm glad we can hear his sound for this too.
So I don't believe we have seen the back end of Skull Woods, nor have we seen anywhere in Turtle Rock. We have not seen a shred of Turtle Rock.
No Turtle Rock to be found.
So, literal vanilla Turtle Rock is still on the table here.
Yep.
We have?
Wait, when did we see some Turtle Rock? Oh. Big chest entrance.
Okay. I haven't the foggiest.
Probably during some maple syrup jokes or something.
I mean, the entrances are about as random as they're gonna get without seriously breaking into the map structure. Orphis now doing the traditional Armos fight with arrows instead of the sword beam Armos fight. Hey, there's
Brian.
Brian. I'll have to call my little brother, tell him we got his cane.
And he does know, we know where he's seen swamp, we've seen ice. So I wonder if he's going to try to find the ones he's missing, or maybe just continue to do some dungeon cleanup.
Yeah.
We know he's not going to find the flute in swamp, but I imagine that would be
I remember
a location that's on his mind.
I remember where Blind's Hut was now. It's It's in the Village of Outcasts, in the house behind the pegs.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so Orphis is now heading into Swamp Palace.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It makes sense because you're just a lot of potential items. And it's a crystal, and he can complete it.
Mikan just now picking up his bombos.
Yep.
Which, for all we know, might lead him to go do Ice Palace. I mean, that he's going to Mountain Caves.
That might be where he's going.
No, he's going to Swamp, just like Orphis.
Yep.
Though Swamp,
or not.
Orphis
Apparently, he didn't need to. Has he
Orphis,
not?
Oh, he doesn't have flippers yet.
Has he activated the dam? He did activate the dam. I've seen that, yeah. But yeah, no flippers.
Yeah, flippers were in like the hut for the thief guy in the Lost Woods.
Yes.
And that was in the Magic Bat Kit? No,
it was the fairy drop down, I think. Yeah.
No, fairy drop down was Kakariko Well.
Oh, okay. So hard to remember all of these.
Was.
Right.
It might have been like Vanilla Sank. Oh, Escape. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. I guess he's been over to Hyrule Castle, but not actually into the Escape thing. Yeah, so Orphis is basically go-moding
yeah.
here. So, Silverless is not that painful in comparison to like just Master Sword.
Silverless what? Sorry.
Silverless Ganon.
Oh, yeah. With butter.
As painful as just like Master Sword Ganon.
Yeah.
I would take Silverless with butter, or even tempered, over Master Sword with silvers.
Fair.
Now Orphis found the Ether Medallion. He did check the 3 chests that are pretty convenient on the way to Argus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so both the Ice Rod and the Flute were in Blind's hut. So that's why he doesn't have those.
Okay.
But Mikan has got to go get those boots.
Yes.
Out of Palace of Darkness, or he is shot. There's no way to win this seed without the boots. Alright, so Orphis taking out Argus, picking up that crystal.
Mm-hmm. What?
2 more crystals to go.
I mean, aside from the potential of items locking certain areas, what at this point does he? What is he thinking he might need? I mean, theoretically, he could finish Ice Palace and Skull with everything he's got.
Yeah, I think he might actually be in Goat mode now that he found the medallion, because he might be thinking that the entrance to Skull Woods is behind one of those medallion locked locations, you know?
Yeah. One of which you would still need the flute for, but otherwise, If Skullwoods is somewhere else, he could be ready to go.
Right. Meyer is in Kakariko Village. So if you need to get something out of Meyer,
yeah,
we know where it is. Seems quite unlikely at this point.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I would still like to know how to get up to the Silvers.
I have a feeling we probably won't find that out.
Yeah. Unless he like goes and opens Turtle Rock, it turns out to be like normal bumper cave. He goes through it and it just comes out with a location. So Orphis doing the infamous Ice Palace bomb jump, which is a pretty useful trick. If you're planning on picking up this game at any time, I would recommend learning that one.
Yeah, otherwise Ice Palace is
so
long.
much time.
It essentially lets you avoid everything. This whole dungeon is skippable.
You don't have to pick up a blame thing.
Yeah.
Which is the technical term.
I like it. I like it. I mean, I imagine he will probably still check maybe that. Oh no, he's just going for it. He's not checking that chest. Never mind. Never mind. And he just.
I am out.
And I think the first chest in the dungeon was Big Key, but I'm assuming he skipped that too, and I just didn't see it.
So Orphis is now heading down to the Cold Stare Creamery. He's going to use the Bombo strats, and
Yeah.
I do not blame him for that.
Yeah. He's got, and I mean, Butter Sword is gonna make Cold Stare some very easy work, I think. Oh, he's even gonna whip out the cape, though.
Oh,
Nice.
That's just brutalizing.
It's okay, Cold Stare deserves it. He knows what he did.
Yeah. So Bombos on Cold Stare is, I believe, there's like a couple of seconds slower than just hitting him with 8 fire rod shots.
Yeah.
But you get to save the rest of your magic
Yes.
so that you can use like more fire rod shots. You know what I mean?
Yep. Especially because those, on regular magic, those 8 shots are your whole magic meter.
Correct. So, for example, Mikan here had to use Bombos because he did not have full magic.
Yeah.
Alright, so Orphis is on 6 crystals and he just needs to find the 7th.
Yeah, he's just to find where Skullwoods is. And I think he's taking a bet on...
I think he's going to the Turtle Rock entrance.
Yeah, the Turtle Rock entrance.
Not even bothering checking that tablet over there.
Nope.
He's like, I've got everything I need. We're going. Oh.
Oh, that's the worst.
Getting rock blocked.
Yep.
Narrowly avoiding rock blocking there for a second time. Nobody likes dead rocks. Devs, please delete dead rocks. Bombos medallion required to enter this Turtle Rock entrance.
I probably shouldn't tell everyone that Zarby and I are working on a Dead Rock boss for his custom boss mode for the randomizer.
Oh my god, that's the best.
Don't hate us.
Oh, I love it already.
By working on, I mean I have to draw the thing and then he'll make it.
Do you still have to use the powder to kill it?
You know what? I don't know. That Zarby's gonna work all that out. I just have to draw it.
That's
and it was
the programmer's department.
It was my idea, and I have to draw it. That's all. That's all I'm doing. Then Zarby has to make it work.
So Orphis goes in and finds the Super Bunny cave there.
Yep.
And so doesn't find that. But the Super Bunny cave does have 2 entrances. Meanwhile, Mikan found Sahasrahla.
Mm-hmm.
So, if either of them ever went and killed Helmasaur King, figure out what he has.
Yep.
Sahasrahla is in the secluded shop.
In the secluded shop. He didn't want to be found. He was done.
It's like Orphis found the laser bridge.
And he also found what in vanilla is technically where Sahasrahla apparently, but he's never there. He's hanging out in near Eastern Palace.
Right. Sahasrahla's home.
Yeah.
With his wife that he like abandoned years ago.
He did decide to. I like that he decided to grab that heart container since he was there because again, very low health seed.
So there's one thing that I wish Orphis had done, and that is continue through the Super Bunny cave.
Mm.
Now, maybe he's found the other entrance, I'm not sure. But I wish he would have done that.
Yeah. Because you seem to know about which entrances get shuffled where. Can Skull be shuffled into anything in Mire area? Because if that's the case, that would be unfortunate for Orphis right now.
What'd you say?
Can the back half of Skullwoods get shuffled into the Mire area?
It can get shuffled into the Mire entrance.
Oh, okay. Because if that's what Orphis needs to find, he's got to find that. He's got to find that flute. But he seems to be very focused on go-moding.
Here's Ice Cave.
Oh, with the bug net.
Bug net is also a nice high quality of life item. Goes well with my favorite item. Of course, the powder.
Yep.
Because hey, fairies for days, son. Fairies for days.
Mika needs those boots and flippers.
Did Mikan ever pick up the book?
I think I saw him grab the book. I'm pretty sure he did.
I'll keep an eye on his menu.
Yeah.
Just to make sure. Alright. We're hearing confirmation from chat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, where was the flute again? I'm always so bad at remembering where every single item was.
Blind's Hut.
Well, right, Blind's Hut, of course.
Blind's Hut was in the house in the village of Outcast behind the pegs.
Right.
Unless I am completely crazy, which I could be. I mean, to be honest, I think it's part of the commentator job description to be completely crazy.
Yeah. You just have to be good at paying attention to one thing, and I've noticed the rest you can kind of just...
So Ice Palace, the vanilla entrance, is the Hookshot Cave. Which is interesting. He's going to check all these chests. I don't think he really needs to. But we don't know where this goes.
Yeah, and I think
For all we know, this
it could lead to the silvers. It could lead to the silvers, and he's probably thinking about his. He's probably thinking about the flute now. He's probably starting to think about it. And I kind of got my fingers crossed for Meyer entrance being Skullwoods.
It is! It's the silvers!
Nice. Oh.
So Orphis finds the silver arrows. Make his final Ganon fight that much better, but he's got to find the Skullwoods entrance. Meanwhile, Mikan is about to make the discovery of a lifetime.
Yeah.
He finds the boots in the Palace of Darkness. See, I've seen it called Palace of Darkness, and I've also seen it called Dark Palace.
Yes, I think it's Palace of Darkness, and I think in the Game Boy Advance version, it gets labeled Dark Palace. Palace of Darkness sounds better, though, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I also like to call it the Palace of Keys.
I think for our purpose, Palace of Darkness is called Palace of Darkness because we also have Desert Palace, and that's also DP.
Oh yeah, fair.
Yeah. I've told you what I call Palace of Darkness, right?
No.
Palace of Darkness is the mullet of dungeons.
Okay.
Business in the front, party in the back.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. Oh, I like that a lot. That needs to be a thing that everyone says. I've changed. Palace of Keys is no more. I've abandoned it. The mullet of dungeons. Oh boy. They have been to, I forget what led them there, but they have been on the left side of the house at the racing game. They came out of it somewhere. One of them came out of it and did the race game to grab a heart container. I want to say Mikan was the one.
Well, actually, both of them have now grabbed that heart container. I
Oh, did they both do it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. But Orphis got there by mirroring in.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Alright, Mikan is about to head into the maze and pick up the boots.
The boots.
The boots. The boots are on fire. Sort of. I mean, there's fire nearby.
There they are.
Mikan does a little spin of joy, or frustration, or both.
And it's also looking like Orphis is probably en route to finding that flute.
Yep, he's finally stepping into the village of Outcast to get some work done here. And he's pulling out the hammer, which means he will be heading into Blind's hut.
Now, to be fair, we don't actually know if the flute is going to take him to Skullwoods. But
it takes him to one of the possibilities.
Exactly.
Yeah. Skullwood's vanilla entrance is the top of the Paradox Cave.
Yeah.
Alright, so Orphis is gonna make his way out. I assume he's probably gonna mirror almost immediately and get his flute active.
Yeah, definitely. We have Swag Duck incoming.
Incoming Swag Duck. Warning, incoming Swag Duck. There's a Canadian thing for you. So Mikan now making use of all the boots.
Yeah.
I imagine he'll probably find the butter sword at some point. Possibly. Alright, Orphis is heading right over to the mire area. We're going to be able to see what is up.
And I think it's safe to say if he finds Skullwoods, he has a pretty
substantial lead.
Decisive lead, yeah. But who knows? Might not be it.
So the Quake medallion is there.
We also didn't see most of Turtle Rock, so
yep.
Moment of truth.
And
it's the beginning of Turtle Rock. Oh boy.
So
get comfortable, people. We got a long one here.
I still don't think he found the other end of the Super Bunny cave.
Right, like he didn't walk through it.
So yeah, when he walked into the entrance of Turtle Rock, he didn't go through that cave.
He's just going in to look just to make sure. Oh no, he's refilling his magic. That makes sense. I was like, did he just not believe it? He just wanted to see again just to be sure.
I mean, that is what that pod is for. So Orphis now fluting away. Heading over to the Eastern Palace area. I mean, he could just be going to finish Ganon's tower.
Hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if we saw what drop downs have we seen. Could Pyramid possibly have Kane or something? I don't know.
I mean, I think Magic Bat is left.
Hmm. Oh, okay.
I could be wrong. I don't remember seeing Magic Bat.
I don't recall either. I mean, Kane at Magic Bat requiring you to get into Turtle Rock to somehow get to Skull Woods could be interesting. Because we haven't seen that bridge, right? The outer bridge in the Dark World on the mountain.
No, we have not. Nor have we seen the Singleton entrance, where the laser bridge would normally get you. Yeah, I think there's no way that the cane is actually going to be required.
Yeah.
That just might be one of the ways you decide to get there.
Mm-hmm.
But there's probably another way to do it. Sounds low. Is that better? I feel like my mic was a little far from my face. Oh, okay. I thought my sound was low.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh
no, I'm losing stream. Let me refresh here.
Uh-oh. Okay. It just kind of hiccup for a little bit, but we're back on track.
Okay, cool. I probably needed to refresh anyway.
I'm seeing Orphis in the first ice room of Gauntlet, now the second. Just making sure we're on the same page here.
Yep.
Mikan has found the Mimic Cave. I think it was over in the checkerboard cave spot.
Yep. Just 50 rupees from there.
Silvers are so much fun on Lanmolas, assuming that you're some sort of archery wizard. Which I guess archery wizard could be a class in this game.
Yeah.
Sort of. I mean, Link does use a bow and he does cast a few magic spells, so...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this room...
Oh, without the cane.
Without the cane.
Oh, I was like, why is he shooting arrows? And then I realized... cane.
Link's a red mage.
He is very... what's the word? Magic-y in this game, even in comparison to other Zelda games. He's got a lot of spells and magic.
Problem is, Link doesn't cast any white magic, so I don't think he's more like a Mystic Knight.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go. I have been known to, when I'm extremely frustrated and having a bad run, to just use bombos on every single gauntlet room.
Yep. I've done that mostly in one-hit KO, which is pretty helpful there.
Yeah, that works.
In particular, a one-hit KO run with net, bottles, and half magic all in G Tower. So no fairies.
Oh, I know what Link technically is in the Final Fantasy world. He's a ninja because he starts out as a thief.
Okay.
And then he gets the ability to cast some black magic spells. So he's yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And of course, Trolldorm is so much easier with the Butter Sword. It's like they didn't expect you to have it there.
Yeah.
Optional Fire Rod, optional Cane. I don't think the Titan's Mitts are going to end up being optional, but we'll see.
Yeah, what did we, did it give them access to anything? But I guess the Mire area, but...
I mean, Emosar, yes, he does have the magic cape, which, you know, is a cloth item that causes him to not... Nice. So yes, he does use Utsusemi. This now, outs me as somebody who used to play Final Fantasy XI.
Oh, and I'm sorry, it didn't even click in my brain right now that Mikan is in.
Yep, Mikan is there.
Where was that?
Mikan is there.
Meanwhile, commentators, yeah, really though.
Meanwhile, back in the actual game we're supposed to be talking about.
Bumper Cave, apparently. Oh.
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 The backside.
That's interesting.
If he had if he had mirrored from the Silver's location, he'd have been.
That's very interesting.
Oh man.
I mean.
So Magic Bat had just 20 rupees. Mikan's gonna go ahead and grab the fire
I'm
rod.
wondering if Orphis is even thinking of that. I mean, he's there. And he has to... as we said, he has a pretty significant lead over Mikan, but not if he doesn't think of doing that ever.
Yep, that could...
He could just be hunting for Skull Woods, and
if
Mikan cleans up. This could turn around entirely.
On our hands here.
But Mikan still needs the flippers as well.
Yeah, the flippers are an escape, or sort of. They're in the uncle's
right, yeah.
tunnel area. It turned out to be the thief's house in Lost Woods. It was like one of the first items Orphis picked up. He just walked over there and went, fall in the hole. Don't even care if it's Ganon.
So they're both missing things from locations that would have been easy to forget.
Dungeon entrance cannot be at the Pyramid Fairy. No, it is a one-sided entrance.
Yeah.
Oh, shieldless too. What?
No shield. No shield on this run.
Yep. So many things you don't need. Now, Orphis is going to try to make his way through Turtle Rock. Oh, that's diabolical. that positioning of the Skullwoods entrance.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
That's
not even something I thought.
And that is
I would have thought of.
Literally the only way to get there. You have to come here and mirror.
Yeah.
Okay, so Orphis now found the back end of the what's it called? The Super Bunny Cave.
Right, yeah.
So now we know where that mess was. And now Orphis is sitting here very confused.
Yeah, and this is always the thing that, in my opinion, makes entrance randomizer so interesting. It's just they're both missing things that could so easily have been just forgotten. Like, just that they just didn't realize they either didn't check or, you know.
Mikan got that nice full magic drop off of one of the Gibdos there. After, depleting a good portion of his fire rod. It's going to make this fight a little easier, but he does have the gold sword, which, if this were the vanilla game, he'd be a little bit up a creek.
Yeah. Oh, he has a blue potion, okay. He's gonna hold out on using it until he's at 1 heart.
And then he sword beams for the kill. So Orphis is highly agitated and confused at the moment. Now Orphis still has a significant lead, but it is dwindling by the second.
Yeah. It just depends on...
if Mikan finds the flippers.
Yeah, if he knows where he left them. If he knows he didn't check that spot.
Yeah. I feel like Mikan will probably go to the Eastern Palace at some point to finish that off.
Yeah.
That might be his next move. He's also making use of some of his bounty of cash.
Yeah.
If I was Ganon and I was scattering items around, I don't think I'd leave that much cash lying around. Seems like a bad investment. Ooh. Orphis still Just kind of working out his issues here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mikan seems to be going to finish Ganon's tower.
Okay, that makes sense too. Yeah, gotta clear that out as well.
But he will also be looking
Looking for the flippers
here.
So he's probably gonna full clear it.
Yep.
Oh well, I guess he can't do the right side, but because no
true.
cane.
That is true.
Oh, and he's already done the left side, I think. So never mind.
I feel like I'm going to be disappointed and not be able to do my Deckard Cain impression.
We're all gonna be disappointed.
That's all right. Mikan getting the arrows off in the right directions. So I'm gonna say silver's required for this seed, because I mean, not technically required. You could just not pick them up, but you got to be right next.
You would be there, yeah.
Which,
regardless,
Orphis has figured it out.
Oh, nice, nice.
So Orphis is going to mirror into the cave and find the dungeon. He's
probably be angry about this, but he's got it.
And he is in actual go mode now.
Yeah, yeah. He's set. He is set to finish. If he doesn't tilt too hard.
He's now taking the intended route through this room.
Yep.
Which I often do just to pick up more hearts. So you've got item randomization, and then you've got entrance randomizer. This is full entrance randomizer, meaning the dungeons are shuffled together with many other caves that have 2 entrances. We do not have madness where the entrances and exits are decoupled.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh no, the hand.
Getting grabbed.
Wallmaster got him.
By the hand of jerkitude. I think that's also a technical term.
Yep. Like it's in the manual. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a way to phrase it. That's for sure.
Wallmaster should be randomized. Just every room has a 50% chance to have a Wallmaster in it.
On hard mode, on expert mode, every room has one in it.
No. 99% chance.
99%. Oh my goodness.
So there'll be like one room you'll be like, you know, I gotta avoid the Wallmaster, and it's like, when is it coming? When is it coming? Wallmaster boss. Oh god.
Oh boy.
Don't give Zarby and Basley any ideas.
What would that one even do? You just have to.
You'd have to be very careful to not walk into it, or you would leave the dungeon.
Just the whole boss fight, you have to not get grabbed. But of course, it takes many hits to kill.
Of course. Wallmasters drop you off at a random entrance. That's great.
Oh, I like that too.
Best plan. So now a lot of your routing just includes Wallmasters.
Yeah. And we got Orphis on Ganon.
Yep. Orphis walking into Ganon fight. Looks like we will be seeing a conclusion to this seed.
Yep. pretty interesting seed too, and really, all things considered, really good time coming from Orphis here.
Oh yeah,
because that was quite the seed.
Having Butter Sword and Silvers after a seed like that just makes this Ganon fight feel like a walk in the park, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Those wonderful rhythmic hookshot shots.
And that was nice from Orphis there, managing to grab a double and get the torch glitch.
Nice.
Nice position, Ganon. That's
there
GG.
We go.
GG.
Orphis has defeated Ganon. And with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 17 seconds.
Ooh. Is my stream that behind? Oh my goodness.
Well, I just went to the race page on SRL.
And I'm assuming we'll be getting Orphis in here.
Yep. He tends to like to discuss what happens. Yep, he's there in the general chat.
Yep.
Drag him in here.
And that does mean that Orphis will be in the loser's bracket. He's been killing it.
Orphis will be facing your partner in crime, Zarbi, in the next round.
And Mikan, unfortunately, will not be continuing in the tournament. This was an elimination match.
Yep. Do we have a way of getting Orphis into this commentary channel?
I don't know. I could move him. I can do it.
There we go. Hey, Orphis, how you doing?
Oh,
GG.
that ledge. That was the last location.
I know.
that was pretty amazing, to be honest. That location for Skullwoods.
I went to all the other locations. I was like, okay, I'm in go mode. I'm going to complete all the dungeons. I can go to Darkworld Death Mountain. There's many places up there that can take you to the dungeon. I check them. It's not there. Okay, I check some other places. Swamp, ice. Oh, it takes me to the Silver Arrows. Great, and I leave the place happily. And then I tried. Like, okay, I need the flute. It's got to be in Meyer. I go to Meyer, and it's again that other place that I don't want to do. Oh no!
It was so difficult to remember that that's the only way to get to that one entrance on top of where the Skull Woods was. Just having to remember to mirror there. I was like, ah.
Yeah, it's easy to forget when you're there, because
Yeah.
I was dead certain that it had to be Meyer. So it's like, I'm going to search for Meyer, for the flute to get to Meyer. I happened to find it in the next 2 houses that I checked. That was great.
Right.
But there's still not the place where I wanted to go.
Was when you saw Turtle Rock in was that ledge location on your mind? We check some other places first. Like, was that on your mind, or did something make you, like, did you remember somehow?
No, I figured out it had to be on the ledge then. I mean, if it had, I was certain it was Meyer. It wasn't Meyer.
Right.
So then I was certain it was the ledge. So I figured out how to get to the ledge. Well, if it's Skullwood on one side, the other side had to be some other multi-entrance cave. I had checked them all, also I thought. So it had to be either from it had to be from a dungeon that I could access, because I checked all the exits from all the caves. So I was like, it's got to be Total Rock.
Right.
I found the laser bridge, I found the main entrance, I found the big chest. So I just needed to find the big chest again,
Right.
do what I did, and then find the Skull Woods, but it wasn't that, so...
Okay. So you were looking for the other side of that cave that would lead you to that ledge.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
I figured that it had to be Total Rock because it was the only multiple entrance exit that I haven't found, and it would take me to Skullwoods, and it didn't. But well.
Yeah. So your opponent found Skullwoods a little before you did, but your opponent is missing something quite important right now, and that's the flippers.
Yeah. You never picked up flippers.
They were super early.
I know.
Yeah, he didn't end up going in that direction. Rooting took him elsewhere.
Weren't the flippers just at the Lake Alia or something like that? In the dam?
They were in the uncle's tunnel.
Yeah.
Or where you fall in there.
Yeah, it was the
Lost Wood Thief House in that place.
In the drop down, yeah.
Okay.
But in the secret tunnel into Hyrule Castle, yeah.
Okay, so the Hyrule Castle takes you to the cave that had
yeah.
Because I don't remember what cave it was. I probably have tracked it.
It's like
it was a Thieves Hideout.
Side.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thieves Hideout. That's where the flippers were.
Yeah.
That's what I tracked. Yeah.
So now Mikan is sitting here with 6 crystals and can't get into Swamp Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I imagine he thinks he's already. Like I don't think that location's on his mind at all at this point.
Oh, probably not. Has he found Sarasla?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Because that's one big location with a lot of items that I hadn't found. I didn't check the bunny chest also, but probably did, I think. So there's not a lot of outdoor locations, so it's probably thinking it's got to be in a dungeon.
Right.
Oh well.
But yeah, GG though.
Thank you.
We think this was despite some of the confusion at points, on a seed like this, we were saying this is quite a good time. Because there was a lot that could throw you off in that seed, especially the very low amount of required items to complete, never finding Kane.
Yeah, at some point I made a mistake, I realized. Yep. I went to do Agahnim thinking I need the fire rod. And then I realized I don't even know if Skullwoods or Total Rock are required. I was like, okay, well, I'm there, so I'm just going to finish it. But I didn't pay attention to the music in Skullwoods. So that's something that could have cost me some time. Luckily,
and of course,
Skullwoods were required. So.
And of course, if you know how to do the bomb jump there, you don't actually need the fire rod for Skullwoods.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's a lot easier also with it.
So we were saying in the chat at the time that we've actually confirmed that the fire rod is not strictly necessary to complete the seed, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I never done the bomb jump with it.
Me neither.
I know how to do it, but I don't want to practice it in front of the millions of people watching us right now.
Oh, I did not. I didn't call it a bonk guess. If anyone was thinking 11, that was it. But really all chat cares about right now is where your accent is from.
Where my accent is from?
Yeah, that's all they want to know. That's all they're... I don't think what we're talking about. They just want to know where the accent is from.
What do they think?
French and possibly French Canadian. I think they're just thinking French Canadian though because I'm Canadian and we were talking about that for a while.
Well, I'm actually French.
Ah.
But I've been living in Sweden for so long that I started to pick up
I see.
Swedish American accent. Here watch a lot of American television, so they have some kind of American accent, but still with a Swedish melody. It's a little bit unique. It's beautiful.
Well, there you go, chat. Your question has been answered.
Yeah, South French. Yeah, I'm from Marseille, so if people are wondering, yeah.
Oh, so I think someone did say South French actually earlier.
Yeah, I just see that in the chat now.
Oh, gotcha.
It's a nice blend of sounds.
Yeah. Well, I don't have this the accent from Marseille, fortunately. Otherwise, you wouldn't understand any single thing that I'm saying. It's a very, very thick accent. Oh, well, so it's going to be hard from Mikan to actually find the flippers. He's probably not using a tracker like I am. That helps a lot. Guys, if you want to practice entrance randomizer, I made a great tracker, by the way. You should try it.
He did. He definitely wants people testing it.
Yeah, I want more people to test it. I mean, this is the third time that I'm actually using it.
Yeah.
This time I have a little bit more testing on it, so that's good. There's a lot of things.
It's definitely been working for you, though.
Yeah, it's been really working for me. There's a few things that I could add to make it work, but better. But yeah, it's working great. I could give the URL to people if they want to. But I'm not sure if I can paste links in there.
I'm not sure either. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah. I can put it on the Discords and people will find them, or they can just send me a message.
Yeah,
I'll answer privately.
So so Mikan has found a couple of shields now. So if you were looking for shields,
it's always useful to have a shield.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's try to put the link here.
Oh, right. The commentary link doesn't work. Darn it. Well.
Oh, well.
So, yeah. I mean, the tracker helped me a lot to actually track all the places. There was just one problem. I mistracked entrances in Total Rock. So I had two places that were tracked as the Total Rock boss entrance. So I didn't know which of the two was actually the one taking the big chest.
Right.
So Mikan doing a few little spins, not sure at all what's going on here. And check the Mimic Cave location. It's the Waterfall Cave, where he finds the shovel and the red mail.
Oh, he's probably going to go check the dig spot.
Oh, boy. And the flippers are just so accessible.
Wasn't that my second item?
I think it was your second item, yeah. You picked it up right away.
Something like that. You were just like, I don't care if this thing is Ganon, I'm jumping in.
Yeah, in the early game, it doesn't really matter. I mean, if it's Ganon, then you just don't check Hyrule Castle. So it's not a very big loss. It's annoying, because if Hyrule Castle is actually, let's say, Total Rock main entrance, then it's a good place to farm bombs early game. But otherwise, any other dungeon are kind of annoying very, very early.
Right.
Eastern is okay. You can do it with 3 hearts, no weapon. I did it. It was alright, but that's not something that I would necessarily recommend. So yeah, overall, if you just find Ganon, well, it's Ganon. Just leave.
Right.
The only big issue here is like if you find the well you can get 4 chests, and you cannot get the 5th one because you need bombs, and if you're not lucky you won't get bombs, and then you will forget about the last chest, and that's where you have the gloves that you actually need to progress. That happened to me in a race, I think against Amazing Alfaris. So
speaking of races. Next time you'll be facing off against Zarby. What do you think of that one?
He's made a tracker. I made a tracker.
Is it the battle of the trackers?
Battle of the trackers? Oh my god.
We'll see which has the best tracker.
Just to address a few quick questions in the chat, Mikan does know that Orphis has won the race already. He's still, a lot of people do like to still finish the seed at least so they can see what it was that they missed. And the other question, a tracker that autofills, there does exist one, but they're not permitted for race use. So it would have to be the players using them, and we're not supposed to use the autofill trackers when racing.
Well, what do you mean by autofilling?
As in
the SRAM.
It fills the items in for you, so you don't
right.
have to. So you don't have to track them.
Yeah, exactly. No, that would be allowed if it wasn't an emulator function, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you would just have a program that is watching the video feed and detecting that on the pause screen you have a bow and you have a lamp and whatever, then that would be allowed because everyone could be able to use it.
Right.
That would just work as well for people with emulators or consoles. So no one has an advantage. Even though I don't think it's an advantage at all to have an item tracker that is filled, but
right.
It doesn't really matter.
I see what you mean.
So that's the thing. I know there are some people who managed to get something working, like reading from the SRAM with Super Metroid randomizer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on console. It's still work in progress, from what I've heard, but there might be something happening. Basically, all the SRAM is stored on the linker. So if you have a cable on the linker, you could have a program on the linker transferring into the computer as well, and then you can read it from on the machine easily.
Right.
So so technically it's possible, but it's not quite there yet. So SRAM reading is not implemented. I think that I will do at some point, because I have a prototype that is actually watching the video feed and detecting items. If I manage to do that, I could make something that is a resident program that is watching your Twitch, and then filling out items automatically with my tracker. That could be something interesting.
So is that watching the pause screen, or are you just watching when you pick it up, or what?
So I would watch the pause screen, because the pause screen is easy. There's a lot of black on it, and there's a big green Y top left.
Right.
You know, so it's easy to detect that you have a pause screen, and then you just know that where the items are, and you can do a little bit amount of filtering, and you just recognize items. You might have issues like detecting like silver arrows or not, but I mean that's a minor detail. You could fix that manually.
Right.
So, that would be something that works. When I'm done with my tracker, I'm actually going to attempt doing something like that, but no promise.
To be much more sophisticated than that, you'd have to like use a bunch of like machine learning, image processing, and just like get out.
Yeah, exactly. Which is not something that is scary for me. I'm actually interviewing at some company, like doing some machine learning. So
nice.
That could be a nice project too.
Hey!
Oh, Mikan just found the red cane, and he probably thinks he needs to check some more Turtle Rock stuff. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
Mikan has quite a treasure there in that cane of Samaria.
Yes, we got to hear the voice.
Did you find all the items in Meyer?
Yeah, he just went through there.
Well, he just went through there, but he didn't go to Vitreous.
Yeah.
Oh, right, of course, yeah.
So was he missing an item on Vitreous? That's the thing, because
I don't know.
Back to kill it. I mean, it was pretty accessible. You could get the boots relatively early. I got them like after 1 hour or something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
And I could have just checked all those locations.
Yeah.
Now,
to be fair, I'm not that actually scared of machine learning because I actually teach a course on it. But But I know some people are.
Yeah, and I can understand. It's not always easy to detect all the features like that, especially when the source is quite noisy. But it could be a fun thing.
Oh, he's gonna check the super.
Oh boy, he's checking everywhere but where he needs to go.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
The thing is, there's not a lot of locations that he hasn't found. I mean, I've checked a lot of things and I found a lot of places, and most of them actually are probably found. I mean, this one I found. Yeah, there's a few that I didn't find, but it's got them, so...
Yeah, it's just one of those situations of if he even realizes that he hasn't checked that spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if there's not a lot of caves that have items that are not discovered yet, might be some other place. Well, it's actually a cave that I need to check with an item, so... But it actually makes sense that he goes there. But it's probably the last place that I would check in an entrance randomizer.
And Super Bomb Cave is just 4 fairies.
Yeah.
It's just one of the Bonk Rocks areas.
Well, it's a fairy cave. That works, I guess. But it's technically quite close to...
Oh boy.
He's close to where it is, but with that red cane drop, as Haiku Type is pointing out in the chat, he might be thinking GT right side, or he's going to finish pod. Okay.
I think he's finishing pod right now.
Yeah.
I thought that pod was probably not that interesting. It takes a lot of time to finish, and I had the boots, and I had a lot of things too.
Yeah.
That was accessible, so I didn't think I would just finish it.
It's like at that point, boots, go! Ah! That's the technical term. Well, we've got the K in here, so we can at least do that.
speeds that up a little bit.
Poor Mikan.
Oh, and he has seen where Sahasrahla is, so he might be thinking green pendant as well.
Yeah, and I see as you type, you can do like pixel perfect recognition picture from an emulator. It's easy, but from a console, you can do a lot of filtering and things like that. It's not that bad, and you could also train your algorithms to recognize people with first generations Super Nintendo, and then it would work. It's very possible to do.
Yep. Now, I think, though, for it to be considered fair for all players, you'd have to have an algorithm that can have the same performance on both, you know? So, even though you can do pixel perfect recognition on console, on emulator, you might have a learning algorithm that's not quite perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that might be considered a disadvantage. So I don't know. It'd have to be real good.
There are two types of Super Nintendos actually. There's older generation and the newer generation. The newer generation actually has a lot pixel perfect rendering basically.
So you're talking about reading from like the capture card.
Yeah. So well, people are reading. You capture card the game, and then they are casting it to Twitch, right? So they have something already to capture.
Of course.
Right.
So I would just read.
Yeah.
So I would just read from Twitch itself because that's probably more convenient.
Of course.
And that actually works on all platforms easily. Whereas capturing hardware accelerated output on a machine that's kind of tricky on all platforms. So I wouldn't do that.
So now Mikan will be going to the right side of Ganon's tower. Oh boy.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
The cane was accessible, and then yeah, Ganon's tower. It kind of makes sense. Yeah. It could be like the very early locations, the Thai room as well.
Yeah, he's definitely he's following the hints he's being given. Unfortunately, they're in the wrong.
They're all predicated
direction.
on the fact that you've already checked the place where the thing silly is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think those randomizer, there's a part of luck, but there's also a lot of tracking that needs to be done, and if you're not very thorough, then you're just going to miss one location like this.
Yeah. Especially this was definitely a seed that's easy to get confused on.
Yeah. And I know there's a lot of people playing just the regular item randomizer that sometimes forget locations.
Yeah.
And they don't use trackers either. And oh my god, the mushroom.
Yeah, the mushroom is also going to lead.
But now he's probably going to do the Thai room. Why does he get the key? What does he want to do with the key? Oh, maybe the big chest.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't get the big chest, so...
Yeah, we can see what's in the big chest.
But the big chest or the Thai room has a key. Probably. So...
Yep.
And Talia, the next thing for speed gaming is going to be on the other speed gaming channel. It's a Link to the Past randomizer match. I don't know what that is, but I guess it's one of the exhibition matches they've been doing. And that's at 7 Eastern, so it's an hour and 10 minutes. That's the only thing up next for speed gaming, and then our next currently scheduled entrance shuffle match is on Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. But there might be one end up getting scheduled before then. That's just the next one I see on our schedule.
I'm not actually seeing that on the schedule.
I don't know if it's on the speed gaming schedule, but that's on the entrance shuffle schedule. Apparently it's on speed gaming too.
Oh, that's on Saturday.
That's what I said.
Okay. No, I was talking about I'm not seeing the what's it called?
Oh, was that canceled? Oh, it was canceled. Never mind.
Exhibition.
Never mind. That got canceled. I had to refresh my schedule.
All right, so there's no exhibition match happening.
Yeah, so there's nothing on speed gaming until... Wow, blanket, my brain just went empty. Until the Final Fantasy 1 randomizer and Deluxe races, which are both at 9.
That will occur in approximately 3 hours.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, sorry, Talia. No more speed quite yet. After this,
do a Chaos Insanity exhibition match. Hold my beer. That's what Axe says.
Oh, Dr. Bobtastic will play Ibasley.
Yeah, sure. That sounds like a fun experience. You guys can see me flail around for no reason.
We're gonna do a Chaos Seed, right?
Just shoot me in the face.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do a Madness Seed at some point.
Oh god.
Just to see if I can do it. Just to see if I can deal with the idea of a directed rather than an undirected graph. But I don't expect to finish it in any sort of reasonable time. Yeah, Mikan does know that Orphis finished. It is generally considered good form to go ahead and finish your race, and also, it is being raced on Speedruns Live, so there's a whole point system associated with that. That if you forfeit, it counts as really, really bad.
The thing is, my ranking is kind of high, so it's not going to affect his very much.
Right. But a forfeit would still be worse than finishing in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe not that much. I remember again my game against Ter. He forfeited. He lost 1 point.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I believe you probably have a similar ranking. But
so it's just like an ELO system or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. And since I'm currently 5th on the SRL ranking because I just did good at some weeklies and then I've been busy traveling, so I haven't been able to play. So my score is slowly decreasing. I'm still up there, and the other people have a lower ranking usually, so it doesn't affect the score much.
All right.
Mikan, I don't know where he is in the ranking, but he's 43 with 526. Yeah, that could affect it a little bit.
So now Mikan's going to look at what the witch has. It's just a 10 arrow upgrade. It's like, where are the flippers? I need my swimming capabilities. Where they at? This look into Mikan's brain brought to you by my psychic ability that doesn't exist.
I give up. I don't care where the flippers are anymore.
Oh.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, we have a forfeit, I guess.
So they are at the uncle?
Or they're the place where the uncle...
They're at... You need to do the drop down in the Hyrule Castle secret entrance, which is the Lost Woods Thieves' Hut.
Oh, did I not? I'm pretty sure I went in there, and I guess I thought it was another cave for some reason, and just didn't.
Maybe I don't recall.
Yeah, you might have thought it was some other cave, but that was definitely the issue.
Oh, that's a little annoying. Oh well.
Still, GG. It was a very confusing seed.
Yeah, I thought I was doing pretty okay until that moment.
Yep. You found Skull Woods well before Orphis did. That was an interesting place for it.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to find flippers over there, but I mean, I had to do it anyway, so I should have gotten the fire rod first, and then I, had to go back.
Yeah, there was a moment where it looked like Orphis had forgotten about checking that entrance that went into Skull Woods, and so we actually thought things were gonna flip. Flip! Wow! I just realized I just said things. I didn't mean that. I did not. Anyway, we thought that you were gonna pull ahead if you found the flippers.
So act with the sick burn on the tracker.
Oh,
now he reset the tracker and then put flippers on Mikan's.
Nice.
Oh no! But yeah, so there was a point where we thought it was gonna switch. Or flip. I'm gonna stick with my phrasing. Sorry. Yeah.
No, it's all right. I just completely forgot about that entrance. Usually, I'm pretty good about checking the castle area first. I guess I went up there and just forgot. And then this whole time, I've been thinking, man, where the heck is the drop into the thieves' den? Because I don't remember seeing it anywhere. And for some reason, I must have thought it was one of those one-off, unimportant caves. Which doesn't make any sense because it was obviously the exit to a drop cave. I don't know why I thought that. Oh well.
Yeah, so close. Anyways, GG to both of you runners.
Yeah, GG.
GG.
And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you everyone for watching. And unfortunately, Mikan, that was an elimination match. Are you going to be in the upcoming? Have you signed up for the upcoming tournament?
I did. I haven't actually done a non-entrance rando in a long time, so we'll kind of see how that goes.
Gotta get some practice in. Aren't the qualifiers 2 weeks?
Yes, I think that sounds right.
Well, I think they start like a week from today.
Oh.
Or something like that. I remember seeing the 13th. I could be making that up.
I wrote down the 16th, but it might have changed since then, so I'm not sure.
That's probably closer to correct. I have bad number memory.
They have 4 qualifications, so
right.
Yeah. But yeah, so we look forward to seeing you then, and Orphis, congratulations on moving on so far dominating this loser bracket.
Yeah. Well, it's not like I really had a choice. Blame Amazing and Faris.
Yeah.
AA just go and forced you into this situation, and you were just like, okay, here we go.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you face one of the favorites in the beginning. You're like, well, okay, I'm just going to do like twice as many games as everyone else.
Yeah.
If I want to manage to get back to the end. Oh well.
So next
said,
time we'll be seeing the Battle of the Trackers.
Yep.
Yes.
You and Zarby. So thanks everybody for watching here today. I hope we were entertaining and this was an interesting thing to watch. Once again, thanks to both of our runners, and thank you to Feasel and the Speed Gaming Network for hosting this run. Thank you to Ack for tracking.
Ack on track.
Ack on track indeed.
And thank you, Doctor. I
was gonna say the same thing.
You.
Thank myself too. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, be sure to follow the runners. Follow both of us. I think we're pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't do a whole lot of streaming, but I've done something.
And yeah, thank you, everyone.
All right, thanks. This is Dr. Bob Tastic signing off.